Today, I'm doing my budget for November. This is a part of my No Spend November, where my aim is to save up to £1,500. I know that is insane. I moved back home with my parents. Because of that, my bills decrease, and there's something that I'm paying, something I'm not. So I think it is doable. However, as I mentioned in my previous videos, my No Spend November video, that this month is Black Friday, November 28th, I believe. And there is something that I have my eye on. So if it goes down, I might buy it. But hopefully I don't spend anything this month. I've been tempted, by the way. It's now November 10. Let me be completely honest. It's now November 10. And I think it would be best if I do a budget of my November spending. Even though we are 10 days in November, I think this is good for me to do. So at the end of this challenge, I can compare my no spend November to my normal spending habits. That will give me a result of things that I know that I can do without. Where did I save more, or where did I spend more last month, which is October? To give you a debrief, of course we have to spend, right? So, but I'm gonna spend money on the most important things with it, which is my rent, because I do contribute to the rent, my bills, like my phone, and my expenses. You know, we do have the categories here that we're gonna fill out. We're gonna see that things that I really don't spend money on. I did a video of my living expenses when I was living alone, so that video would be great for you to watch, so you can compare my living expenses now and see the drastic differences between my expenses. This is my budget planner, and this is what I'm going to use to write down my expenses and plan my budget for November. I'm very old school. I like to write down things, and so I got myself this from Amazon. If I can find the link, I'll leave it in the description. Most people, they rather use apps like Notions, online spreadsheet. I did have a spreadsheet, but I wasn't keeping up with it. Even though I do have this, I am very inconsistent as well with budgeting, but for November and December, I'm going to try to keep this up, to write everything down. This is really a good planner as well. I'm going to show you the different sections, the different categories, and why I'm going to use this budget for November. So let's go. So this is my budget planner. I've got it since 2022. And I haven't been using it consistently. So this is what we're going to use today. I'm just going to talk you through it. What I like about this budget planner, even though I've not been using it consistently, my aim is to use it for November and December. And then next year, we'll see what we want to do. Okay. So this is how it looks. Please ignore my hand. On this No Spend November, I'm not doing my nails or anything. So please ignore these crusty hands. Okay. So when we open it, then it's like that, and then it has my financial goals and my financial strategy. So this is how the book came. It was when I first bought it and I wasn't using it, so I didn't meet any of those goals. On this side, you see the action to earn more and action to cut expenses. At the time, it was through YouTube, Amazon affiliates, my Etsy store, and a prolific survey. That's a survey website that you can do surveys and earn money. I did a video on that. I don't know if it's on this channel or my other channel, but I did a video on how to make an account to make money online doing surveys. But this is a good website if you want to make money on the side. As for how I plan on cutting expenses, I said that I was gonna do 2 takeaway per month, because I was doing like weekly takeaway, so 2 takeaway per month. Then I said cancel direct debits that I'm not using, and I've done that already. And then the other one was take lunch to work. I do this on and off, but throughout November, I decided that I'm gonna stick to this and take lunch to work, so I don't spend money on lunch. So if we go to the other page, it says saving tracker. So this is where you can have different saving goals. So for example, if you want to save for a house, if you want to save for a vacation, if you want to save for a mortgage. So I put mortgage there, and we're definitely not going to hit that goal this year. So I put 35K at the end of December. No, I'm nowhere near that, but let's move on, you know. another saving tracker. I said life, I said sis, this is like family, extended family. I want to make a budget for that. I'm going to speak about it later on why I want to make a budget for my family or my extended family. It's like an emergency fund for them, but we'll speak on that. Then I wanted to save for Jamaica. My aim is to go to Jamaica every single year, every year. So I wanted to save £3,000. So that would be my budget for my trip to Jamaica, because that would include my plane ticket and any other things. Then it has debt tracker. Currently, I do not have any debt, only student loan that I'm paying off. Yet I don't really have debt like that because I'm someone like, if I don't have it, I'm not gonna buy it. So if you have debt, this will be your section to track your debt. And another. Now let's go here. So this is what I'm going to fill out for November 2025. On the left side, you see that it talks about income and savings. So this is where you'd write all your income, the date and the amount. And then this side is where you'd write the savings that you want and the amount and the date as well. There should be the calendar for November. So I'm going to fill this out right now, and then we go to the other side. By the way, this is also a calendar. This is a October calendar. I love having these calendars on hand so I can see my expenses and I can write, whether it's daily or at the end of the month. I'll go through my card and see what I spent and write them down so I can compare them. So that's what I'm going to do for November as well. I've already started with the November one. So there's 30 days in November. So I'm going to put a line here and put 30 here. We have now filled out our calendar for November. Let me write November here. So November 2025. So on this side, we've got the monthly budget and they are categorized. So we've got the household, we've got personal, we've got, what's this, food, loan, entertainment, health, transportation, and right here it says others. Right there, that's where I've already filled out my subscriptions because I think it would be better to put them here. Then afterwards, we put the budget, the actual, and differences, because on this side we put our budget and then the actual. So the budget is what I'm going to do today, is what I'm going to budget for each category. Go back to this side quickly, what this side is intent for, what I'm going to use the calendar for. So for the calendar, you can write what days each bill is going to come out of our bank account. So for example, if it's the 10th, I'm paying my phone bill, I'll put phone bill right here. Or my rent, if it's the first, I'm going to put the rent here. If it's gym, I'm going to put the gym here. You can either use it for that, or you can also put all the expenses that you spend each day. But if you don't want to put all the expenses that you spend each day, there is a daily expense sheet for you. There's, let me see how many. 4 pages, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. You can either choose to put your fixed expenses on this so you can know when it's going to come out of your account. Then at the back, that's where your monthly budget review. So at the end of the month, you just review everything. Did you meet your budget? Did you go over your budget, or did you spend less? Next, things you can improve, and then your biggest wins, and then next month's goal. Like, do you want to save more next month? So let's go back here. As I said, I've already written down my Canva Pro right here. So these are all of my income slots. So from salary, Etsy store, debtors. Debtors is meaning people that borrow money from me and they're meant to pay me back. Then links, if I choose to do survey this month, or from my YouTube channel. I do have another YouTube channel. It's not big, but I do make money from it maybe every 3 months, because it's not a big platform. My salary, I'm not going to include that on this paper. I want to keep that to myself. Also for rent, I'm not going to say how much money I contribute to rent, because people might have something to say, whether negative or positive. So I'm not gonna put that on it. I just want to keep to myself for now, the rent or mortgage. If I'm on my own, then I might share that. But for now, I don't want anyone to have the opportunity to judge whether or not I'm paying too much or less. Or just completed the household section. So the parts that you seen the dashes, those are included in my rent, so I don't need to fill those out. As for mobile, I'm budgeting £44 for my mobile. This includes my tablet and my insurance for my mobile, which I'm going to take off because I don't think I need insurance for my mobile. Next, we're going to go on to the personal category. I've now written down my budget for my personal category, which includes clothing, £50, because I know that I don't need to spend any more money on clothing. Even though I said that this month I'm not going to spend money on clothing, I just want to know a budget for everything still for December. Even though during this no spending month, my aim is not to buy clothes or anything like that, but I still want to budget for it. Forward, £50 is going to be my budget for clothing, and I think that is good for me because I don't want to buy any more clothes. So £50 for clothing. For personal care, this includes my nails and my toes, my eyebrow. Is it just that? Yes, just that. What about, I think I'm gonna add for personal care, I'm gonna add something else, which is my products. I didn't remember anything about my products for all of that, but I'm gonna put £50 because I didn't remember that I need like my face cream, my lotion. So when I said personal care, it's really my cream that I use on my face, makeup stuff. I'm gonna put a budget there for £50, which I totally forgot about because, yeah, okay. Because some of this is gonna be less as well, because some months, if these things aren't finished, I'm not gonna buy them. So it really depends. So personal care again. So this is gonna be hair. So my hair is gonna be £80 budgeted for this month. I know I'm not gonna spend any money on hair this month, but £80 is because sometimes I pay someone to do my hair when it's braided. So I want to cap it at £80. I know most months when I'm gonna do my own hair, it's gonna cost way less than that. But £80 is gonna be the budget for that. So that's it for personal care. Now let's go on to food. I'm gonna complete this and then get back to you guys. Okay, so food. I am budgeting £100 this month for groceries. When you're trying to eat healthy, your grocery bill tend to go up. As I said, even though I live at home, I buy my own groceries, not all the time, but things that I know I need personally. So I'm gonna budget £100 for that. Eating out is gonna be £50. I love my crab legs. They cost more than £50, to be honest. And because eating out really is not just me, it's my sister as well. Whenever I'm buying something for myself, I also order things for her. That's why it's gonna go up that way. So I'm gonna budget £50, even though our aim is not to spend money on eating out this month. For work lunch now, this is gonna be £16, just because I go in the office twice per month, and £8 per day is my budget really whenever I go to work if I should not bring lunch. So £16 is gonna be that. For loan, I do have something that I'm paying off. It's really for my business, so that's really £50. The next one is health. So every 6 months I try to go to the dentist, and this will cost me £60. Okay, so this month I'm not going, so I know that I'm gonna save this £60, or I think next month I'll book that appointment. But so that £60 will carry over to December. So that's £60 for dentist. Hobbies, which is going to be £30, and this is because £30 really, because my sister as well. I like to do skating and swimming. I haven't done them for a while, but if I should do that, this is what it will cost. So I'm going to budget £30 for hobbies. It's really tricky because I haven't been going anywhere, to be honest. So I'm just gonna budget £100 for it, because if I should go, this would really include the hotel that I would just stay one night, and I'm gonna budget just £100 for that. Just, just because it's nice to have something to look forward to. Um, Games, and that doesn't relate to me. Next, we are going to the transportation. So, as for car payments, no. Fuel, no. Insurance, maintenance, no. Those doesn't apply to me because I do not drive. So that just includes money that I spend to go to the gym, if I plan to go to the gym again, and my transportation back and forth to work. And I'm going to budget this for £30. Next, these are all my expenses relating to my subscription. Most of them are related to my side hustles and a small business that I'm trying to keep up. So I'm just going to fill in those. So most of these, I round them up because I don't really want to put the 99 or the 50 pence, because I just round them up. So things that you see for £5 is really £4 something. Okay, these are the costs for all the subscription that I currently have. Don't know if I miss out on any of them. I do tend on get more subscription for my small business, but for now, this is what it is. Now I just need to calculate the subtotal for each categories, and then we'll put the final amount in these boxes, and then we'll see what we're working with at the end of each month for each category. So this is my total budget for November. The aim is to spend less than this. I am quite shocked that this is my budget excluding my rent. I wish I'd done this before doing the video, because looking at this, there's no way I can save £1,500. So I'm going to lower that expectation and say maybe 1,100 or £1,200. Based on this new information, I think if I should stay within this budget, I should save up to £1,100. And that doesn't really based on my salary alone, because I do have income from other places, which varies, to be honest. So this is my goal. And I wish I'd done this before my no spend November video, so I'll know how much I can actually save per month. £1,100 that I'm trying to, that money will just go to my savings, and I should have maybe a bit left over for other things, to treat myself this Christmas. But this is really what we're looking for my budget. So my budget for this month is £758 plus my rent. My rent is fixed, so that's okay. At the end of November, I should say this is less. Okay, so now we've done our budget. So they do have Christmas budget in this as well. So if you're someone that have a big family, you love Christmas and you like to buy gifts, this is where you put all your expenses for Christmas. So the budget, Christmas gift, and your spending. I think everyone should have a budget for Christmas and not just buying things, not just buying things, we don't want to be broke in New Year's. So the summary of the year as well, we can do that. So the month income and total savings, household. So you're going to add everything up to see how much you spend per year on all these. And then you can see look at that and analyze where you can cut the spending from. And then summary of the year, and then some notes. So all in all, I think this is a good book. I do like this budget planner. Just want to stay consistent with it and write down everything. I'm just testing it out for November and December. And then January, we'll see how we've done. Set new goals. That's the aim. Let's see how we do with this no spend November. At the end of November, I will analyze everything. Budgeting is really good to see how much money you spend and where you can cut back on your expenses. I also want to compare October with November to see what I can really do without, because we can do without things, but the temptation is out there. That is gonna be it for this video, and I'll see you at the end of November to give you the result, whether or not I was able to meet my aim of saving up to £1,200 this month. Thanks for watching. Bye.